my name is Ryan Zeck. I work with Trimec. Today I wanted to talk about configurations. Configurations can be very beneficial with your design process, especially if you have a family of parts like this. When we have a screwdriver, we may want to have a large, a medium, and a small, or maybe even a stub. So when we want to create something like this, it's fairly simple. Let's go ahead and take a look. So in this particular case, we have a screwdriver, and I've created the design, so we have all our features. And on our third tab, you can see that we don't have any other configurations. If we want to create these, they're fairly simple. One of the tricks, though, is to go ahead and split the screen or split the feature manager tree. So if I just move my mouse to this area, I can left click and drag this down, and you can see both the features and our configurations. If we want to start by changing this into a small or a medium screwdriver, that's easy. Let's go ahead and just double click on our shaft length here, and you can also turn on the dimension names. So let's go ahead and show how to turn that on. If I click on the eyeball and click on this particular button here, view dimension names, it shows those names. These can be created or set by clicking in this particular box on the modify dimension dialog box. Let's go ahead and change this to create a couple of different configurations. We can just right click on this dimension and go to configure dimension. It brings up a little bit of a box that we can go ahead and type in here what configurations we want. So let's say we want a large. That's going to be a dimension of 3. So we can just go ahead and now click in the next one. Medium. That's going to be 2.5. And then the last one, maybe or a small one, going to be 2. And then we can also create that stub, which could be 1.25. We also may want to configure this a little bit different as well. So instead of just having just the shaft length included there, maybe we want the handle included as well. We can go ahead and add that just by double clicking on our dimension. And you can see it adds in this column. I also added in that revolve. I'm going to go ahead and right click and just remove that column from our design. Now what we can do is go ahead and update this. So our large, our medium, which is going to be 2, and our small, which will be 1.5, and then the stub, which will be 0.75. We can also go ahead and rebuild all of the configurations by clicking on this button right here, and that will actually show us that they've all been rebuilt with that little green check there. We can give this a name, and in order to come back to these particular table layout, we just have to give it a name and click on this button right here to save that table view. In fact, you can see here on the configuration manager, it adds that table into our list. Let's go ahead and click OK. See what we have. So now you can see we do have a large, we have a medium, we have a small, and we have a stub. Maybe for the stub we actually want to change this and remove our cut revolve here. Well, that's easy. We can go ahead and double click on table. We can double click on this, and then we can remove that by just suppressing it from this table. We can go ahead and update our table to include that column, and you can see it rebuilds that, and we can click OK, and now we have our small with the revolve, the medium, the large, and the stub. Now if we want to make a change, one of the benefits, maybe we want to change the shaft size, we can make that change, and that can be applied to all of the configurations. So maybe this is 0.13, and we can rebuild that, and that will be 0.13 no matter what configuration you go to. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tip, and until next time, happy designing.